So with Medal of Honor Warfighter, it's a follow-on to Medal of Honor 2010. We're still focusing on the special operations community, the Tier 1 operators. But with Warfighter, we're taking it global and going international with it in both single-player and multiplayer. In single-player, we're traveling around the world to international hotspots where the guys are doing work overseas and solving problems. And in multiplayer, we're focusing on 12 different Tier 1 units from 10 different nations across 6 different classes. So that's 72 unique operators and combinations on the battlefield. Right, so we wanted to get that sense of national pride in a first-person shooter and play for the home team and wave that flag and suit up and represent your own nation online. And so along with that comes fire teams, and fire teams is our cooperative multiplayer mechanic that rewards teamwork and cooperative play with things like faster respawns, ammo replenishment, and situational awareness. If you've seen in the demos, the little outline that you have on your fire team buddy, allows you to be aware and know where your battle buddy is at all times. In these communities, they always talk about camaraderie and brotherhood, but there's also a great sense of competition. These communities, special operations is full of alpha males that want to be the best in everything they possibly do, and so they talk a lot about these units competing and who's better at this and that. And so what we decided to do is to run with that and create multiple modes that allow for that competitive nature in special operations, and answer those age-old questions. What's the best small fighting unit in the world? Is it the SAS? Is it the SEALs? Is it the Polish Grom, the KSK, or the Aussies? And so just giving gamers and our fans a sense to go and do that and battle it out online. When we talk about authenticity, we've talked a lot about that lately. We're talking about authentic, weapons and gear and locations and battle chatter and all the things that make Medal of Honor sort of sit in the place that it sits, in a very plausible place that's inspired by real warriors, real operations, real places, and just giving it that authentic flavor and feel. So these characters and these storylines are very relatable, and you get a sense of what it's like to be in the boots of these guys and the types of things that they're going through, and listen to their stories and the types of guys that they're rolling with overseas, and again just keeping it in that sense of plausibility. In multiplayer, we do as you unlock new units, new classes, you'll also unlock new weapons and everything that comes with those new units, whether it be the camo patterns, the bowflage, the weapon attachments, what have you. Just trying to give that sense of variety and uniqueness to each one of these units and operators, and just create a space that the player can have a connection with. Medal of Honor, the storylines, the narrative have always taken place in a single historical event. Whether it be Omaha Beach, Normandy, Market Garden, Pearl Harbor, or even in 2010 the story was loosely based on Operation Anaconda. This Medal of Honor is the first Medal of Honor in our franchise history that's not based on a single event, yet it's multiple historical events connected by a single threat. And I've talked about that threat of PETN, that nasty explosive that we've all been faced with over the years. We're focusing on that and the types of things that the guys are doing to shut down these networks, eliminate this, the leadership, and keep this nasty stuff off our shores. But it's, like I said, it's a much more global, international look at the types of things that these guys are doing. Well, I think if you've seen some of the trailers now, when you're talking about the different classes and the different stances that they have, and the combinations that are available between these fire teams, right? And I think gamers we're already seeing it. You know, we saw it at E3. We're seeing it here at Gamescom. You know, they're trying to figure out that perfect fire team combination. Is it you know, the assaulter and the spec ops? Is it the sniper and the demolition? Which one is it? And we're finding that the different maps and the different play modes, you know, sort of you know, everyone finds their own, you know, comfort space and combination that benefits their play style, and I think that's really a cool thing because you know, when you get two complete strangers sitting next to each other at a show like this, and they end up, you know, giving each other high fives and exchanging emails and gamer tags, it's like, all right, when this comes out, make sure, you know, we get hooked up, because, you know, they're just absolutely destroying people, you know, at the show because they found that combination or they found that play style that works best for them. It's exactly what we set out to do, and that is, you know, to create a game that sits between the all-out, you know, team-type warfare in a game like Battlefield 3 or the solo, you know, multiplayer in a Call of Duty. We really wanted to, you know, let gamers experience some of that cooperative play in multiplayer. And you know, according to the fans that have been showing up and playing the game, we found it, and it's just really satisfying to see. Medal of Honor Warfighter ships in Europe on October 25th, in North America October 23rd on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.